All right, guys, this is the very first shots of the Norman Davis Legacy line. So I will explain this in more videos to come as this line unfolds and I kind of get an idea for what we can do here. But Norman was very into Black Knights, Firebolts, Super Giants especially, and he had some other odds and ends stuff, Tangerine Tornadoes. He really liked his high contrast Tremper Albinos. Here are some of the Super Giants over here, and of course Bell, which is something that we didn't have. We didn't have Bell and we didn't have Super Giants, so I think this is a perfect transition for us to carry on the torch of Norman's artistic design, so to speak, with the geckos that he very, very much liked. Guys, there is a lot of beautiful artistic geckos here that Norman and I had talked about, and I kind of knew the things that he was really into. And so it is truly my honor to carry on this torch for Norman. You can see the greens on this one right here. Please excuse some of the poo. They just came in on an overnight flight, but this is just kind of giving you an idea. Here's some clown stuff right here. He did have some clowns, some pure Afghanicus, some more clown stuff right here in shed. But so far, I'm really liking the high contrast Trempers, the Black Knights, of course. The Super Giants are fantastic. This boy right here, Nova, is the biggest one he had, I was told. And this guy is a monster. I mean, an absolute monster. This guy is at least 12 inches, over 115 grams. He is a beautiful, beautiful animal. Comes from Calico Gecko's Osiris line. So that is an awesome line of Super Giant to be a part of. And now we will carry on the Super Giant gene and carry on the desires that he had with the Super Giant gene forever, as long as we can. This is also another beauty right here. You know, I've been looking to get into Bell, and thank you so much, Norman Davis, for having a beautiful eye for designer leopard geckos. This is a Bell radar right here, Super Giant, and there's some females to go along with this boy. And here's another Bell Super Giant right here named Bolt. We will also carry on the names of these geckos. That way you guys can kind of follow the progression of these projects. Some nice bold stripes in here. He did like his bandits very much. Beautiful, beautiful tangerines in here. There's another nice hyperxanthic bold bandit. Some of those high contrast Tremper Tangs right there. There is a tornado in here. Look at this beautiful Suburban Gecko line. I need to look up those to see if they're Bell, but Suburban Geckos is very much known for Bell, and those eyes look very Bell to me. So this is Tangerine Bell Albino. I'm guessing white and yellow. Here is Tangerine Tornado right here. Look at this beauty. Very high contrast. Tremper Albino. Tangerine right there. Most likely from Malave, I believe. He had a lot of geckos from Malave, which is a very nice company for geckos. Some beautiful Black Knights that we can add to our Black Knight projects over here. Diablo Blancos, of course. There's just some very nice stuff in here. A lot of white and yellows, a lot of high contrast, a lot of emerines. He loved his blood emerines, so we can definitely take those blood emerines, mix them in with our Mandarin and Inferno emerines, and I think we're going to come up with some great stuff. So as time unfolds, we will find out if we can name certain projects after him that I come up with in my mind, just knowing things that he was very passionate about. Or at the very least, in the description of geckos you buy from us in the future, we can actually link that it was from the ND collection, the Norman Davis collection. So it'll be part of the Norman Davis Leopard Gecko Legacy line. Here's Talon. Talon is another gigantic Super Giant right here. Oh my gosh, big boy. So if you guys like Super Giants, we will have some Norman Davis Legacy line Super Giants available as soon as we get these guys settled in and breeding. So that's going to take a couple of months. But bear with us, guys, and just know that we are carrying on his torch over here with his geckos, and it's truly my honor to do so. Norman and I talked whenever we could over the phone. He was always super helpful and super supportive. You know, he was the type of person that has your back, and he would make sure to let you know that. So his family and I are going to keep in touch, and they were very hospitable to me. I got some of that Southern hospitality, as they say. I got to go to his memorial service, which was fantastic. First, they had a pastor open up about his faith in God and Jesus Christ as his savior, so that is amazing. And then they kind of opened it up to people to talk from the audience, and I was so blessed and fortunate to be able to say us a few words right after some of the other hobby members that he actually had before he was into leopard geckos. So apparently Norman Davis was a very hobby attuned man, and he went from bonsai tree production to the fish world, and then ultimately right before he passed into the leopard gecko scene, where many of us knew him on the leopard gecko front. So he was very much into his animals, very much into his hobby, and it was so amazing. The pastor at the service actually mentioned his love for leopard geckos in the eulogy testimony that the pastor was giving. That was the first time, and maybe the only time, except for maybe my funeral one day, where people will mention leopard geckos. But I thought it was such an honor and such a blessing to have known him, and now to carry on his torch and his legacy through his leopard geckos. So this is about 115 leopard geckos, maybe a little bit more, and I'm definitely going to keep track of all these lineages so that we know which of these breeders actually come from his line and his legacy from his collection. Beautiful little tangerine emerine right here. He did love his emerines. Look at this. This is another beautiful emerine. Actually, this might have some black knight in it too. So he was mixing some tangerine and black knight stuff going on as well. This is another bell. You could really tell bells because their eyes are so much lighter than Tremper albinos, which is really cool. Here's a pure Afghanicus right here. My thoughts are a little scattered all over the place right now, but I just wanted to kind of let you guys know we will do more videos on Norman Davis's collection and his legacy line that he's leaving behind. And I hope you guys are just as passionate as myself for keeping his legacy alive and the joy and love that he brought into the hobby. This is like a super giant tangerine emerine. Beautiful, beautiful animal. Again, excuse the poop. Another one right here, high contrast with high whites. That's something that I've been really passionate about in our collection, is getting higher and higher white tangerines. And he definitely had some beautiful tangerines with some high whites that I think will mesh really well with our projects over here. We'll do more and more demonstrations and visual videos. Look at this. This is a bell right there. That bell just shines a little bit brighter. It's a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Those eyes are going to be red, so that's beautiful. Black Knight male breeder. Oh, look at this little emerine hiding down here. Let's get some light on you. And I think that's going to be it for this video, guys. Just an initial announcement. We will do more videos in commemoration of him. And as I get these guys unpacked and into their houses, we'll be keeping track of his geckos in their own section. Right there, right there, right there, and most likely right here, so that we can pull them for demonstration in some of our live streams and stuff like that that we will be doing as time goes on. So thank you guys so much. If his family sees this, thank you guys for your hospitality, and I hope that I can make you guys proud by the legacy that I'm trying to carry on of Mr. Norman Davis. I would always, whenever he called, I'd always answer the phone like that, Mr. Davis. It's just so fun to say. And he was always so kind and so supportive towards my passion for leopard geckos. He gave me a lot of wisdom and advice, you know, that an experienced gentleman can pass on to the younger generation, and I really appreciated that from him. So Norman, if you can hear me, I love you and I thank you for your friendship down here, and I pray that you have peace and assurance that we will take good care of your geckos and continue carrying on this torch of art and legacy and design that you started.